So what's going to happen is, and these are stories that are going to happen, right? But what really is the risk? The risk is that the technology is going to get better. And let me just take a step back and say, you've all heard about ransomware, right?
Yes.
Ever hear the term software as a service, right? Well, that could be any software. In the dark web, ransomware is sold as a service. So if you're any, Yahoo who can figure some things out, you can get onto the dark web and buy ransomware as a service, and then go get into the ransomware business, because that's how it works. And this is going to happen in the same way. Once people figure out, and let me give you another example. When COVID started, there was a flurry of fraud being performed against unemployment agencies across the country. There'd always been people making unemployment claims that were fraudulent, but it skyrocketed. The reason it skyrocketed is because there's a lot more money in the unemployment offices because of all the COVID relief. But the bad guys figured out, how do we impersonate the real recipients or other people who we know work and aren't fired and aren't eligible, but we're going to say that they're eligible and try to get that money. Well, what they do is they go and buy data that was stolen over the last number of years. If you think about the Equifax breach, where everybody's information basically got breached, all that data is sitting in various servers all over the world, and people can buy it. So you buy it, and then you go and find who that person is. You begin to build a profile through their social media, their LinkedIn account. All of a sudden, you can put together a lot of good information about somebody, enough to go submit a claim for unemployment compensation. And the state websites and the state databases and the state security protocols aren't really that built up. And so they got hammered. Billions of dollars were lost. And the same thing could happen with biometric data, because now a lot of businesses are saying, well, let's increase our security by using biometrics. But the bad guys are going to figure out, okay, great, you guys do that. We'll get the biometrics also, because that data might be stored. We'll get the biometrics the same way we stole Yahoo's billion passwords and account credentials. And that's just how it works. So those risks are there in the same way. It might be a little bit harder, but that's going to probably materialize.